Love 50.
And one of the things that Giorgi also does is, you know, she hits a first serve pretty much for the first and second. And so you will sometimes see more double faults in her matches. She tries to get that serve going.
Love 30.
There's the double faults you mentioned, Chanda. Not a lot of margin or shape on that second serve.
Cain. Kerber.
Well, that's a disappointing start. That is
The first game.
That's good adjustment from Giorgi. Almost the same forehand. She was a little further back in the court, but gave herself a little more shape, a little more spin. And this is still struck very hard.
It's so hard to defend against this firepower that Giorgi has. If anyone can do it, it's Kerber.
Yeah,
Well,
50-50 chance that each of these players will win the match right now.
Does that surprise you?
It's a little surprising. I would have thought it would have been a little more to Kerber's side.
That's ridiculous, 50-50,
Yeah.
when she's won 3 Grand Slams. And she's never beaten her.
Exactly. I mean, the head-to-head for me would shift it towards Kerber more, as well as Kerber's success on these courts and recent wins. One of the challenges of playing a player like Giorgi is that you can't really get a rhythm. I mean, she hits the ball hard anytime she can. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and variety, and sometimes it's hit or miss. It can be tough to get a rhythm. Kerber just massaging that ball in that last rally.
Yeah, it's just overpowering play from Giorgi. She hits straight back, 1-1.
1 game.
Kerber's going to have to look for opportunities to keep the ball deep, to get Giorgi moving. She was just a little tentative on one of those shots, and that's all the opening that Giorgi needed. Good recovery from playing such a bad first game of the match for Giorgi.
15 love.
Yeah, she goes through some really hot patches in a match, doesn't she, Giorgi, where it's very hard to defend against her quality of shot and power. That is a first serve. It's 2 first serves, really, isn't it?
It is. And that's the way she plays. I mean, the good thing, for Giorgi is that she's used to, some of the up and down nature of her tennis, so it doesn't bother her. When she makes mistakes, makes errors, she gets right back to her game. For some players, those type of mistakes would hurt a bit more. You can see sometimes the way Giorgi produces her serve, her right foot comes up almost to the side of the left. And so occasionally she'll open up too much. She'll be leaning forward. That's why we see some of those serves going long.
Fifth double fault. And that's another break point now for Kerber. It's an abbreviated take back. And then, as Chandra is alluding to, this right leg comes and she's very front on upon impact, more so on the ad court than the juice court.
Yeah, sometimes it puts her more off balance and just can't get the spin, get that ball, the control.
Wild game from Giorgi. Kerber with the break, leads 2-1. She can produce that so quickly.
Well, as a player, you have to know your game. You have to, most important thing is that you're comfortable with it and you can make the necessary adjustments. And Giorgi finds a way to do that. Lets go of those misses like it's nothing at all. Then comes up with a shot like that. And as you alluded to, the challenge for Kerber is, to make Giorgi play to keep getting those balls back, but not be too passive when she does have opportunities. Needs to keep the depth on her shots.
Outs. 30-15.
A good service game so far from Kerber. Oh, well done from the German superstar. Angelique Kerber holds 3-1.
Leads by 3 games to 1.
Yeah, she gets so low, has such good leg strength and uses every bit of it.
A lot of right hand in that double-handed backhand there for control.
love.
This would be a real boost if Giorgi could hold serve here. It's gotten broken both times up at the line.
Yeah, they're getting that ball toss far too far out to the right. She's not at full extension, so the arm needs to be more at 1 o'clock. The ball toss straight above the head almost, so she's at full extension at the moment. She's going around to the side and she's got no shape on this second serve.
Well, that was a better serve. She was able to get a little more spin, but it's important to have the right line so that you can get a good brush up the ball, especially on a second serve where you're trying to get a little more shape on it. You can almost see the serves when she's in line. You can see when those will be better, when those will go in versus the ones that she's missing.
I get the feeling a lot is dependent on the ball toss. If she gets the ball toss in the right spot, that helps her serve.
Yeah, it's like leaning forward just a little too much because of the toss. She's chasing the toss slightly.
Oh, it's an important hold from Giorgi, but it's Kerber with the break, leading 3-2 in this first set.
3 games to 2.
It would definitely be the ideal to hold on to your serve. You're going to get some opportunities on the Giorgi serve, but she also hits returns sometimes as hard as she can as well. And you've got to be more, I think, strategic about your serve. Even if you're a big server, you've got to hit your spots, mix it up, try to keep her off balance.
Yeah, for Stozer, it was. She's got a big serve, but that actually is not the serve to hit to Giorgi. She was actually hitting kickers, a kick serve as a first serve to try and take the pace out of it, but get her up a little higher above the shoulder to return, and she would drop it short.
Let's listen.
That's just perfectly placed from Kerber. Good pace, but better angle.
Let's listen.
Another good hold here from Kerber. 4-2 first set.
4 games to 2.
Barbara Rittner, the back. She's the head of women's tennis in Germany, also supporting Kerber today. Oh, yeah. Great put away.
15 love.
Kerber, she's been world #1, just 12 titles to her name. 3 of them Grand Slams.
Just 12 when you have 3 majors.
I thought maybe she might have had a few more.
Oh! 30 love.
Made the final of Eastbourne last year, lost to Pliskova on grass, and also made the final of Indian Wells, where she lost to Andreescu in that final.
30 love. Thirty, 15.
Kerber's doing a pretty good job of just maintaining an even keel, even focus, because Giorgi with another double fault, 8 already, and it's just 6 games in. Most times, you know, when you're returning, you try to get a feel and a sense for where your opponent likes to serve, the rhythm, where they go on big points. But with Giorgi, it's almost impossible.
Juice.
Oh, such a clean ball striker, Giorgi. Hand-eye coordination always amazes me. Some of the shots that she attempts to pull off.
Advantage, Kerber.
We mentioned, you know, this section of the draw, this quarter was one of the toughest, with Svitolina, Kiki Bertens, got Kerber here against Giorgi, Karolina Pliskova against Pavlyuchenkova. Big hitters there.
That's another unforced, so that's a double break now for Angie Kerber. She's looking good in this first set. 5-2.
5 games to 2.
Kerber was able to extend that rally, kept excellent depth on her shots, just didn't give Giorgi much of an opening. Incredible difference in the unforced errors between these two. Kerber has been so clean.
Let's first serve. Love.
26 minutes. Angie Kerber with 3 set points.
Game.
Oh, the perfect way to take the opening set. An ace for Angie Kerber. It's these shots, the ground strokes, particularly on the backhand. That's her better side, the most consistent. These are unforced errors we're not used to seeing.
Point Giorgi has been looking for most often.
Just a little more shape on this rally of her ball, not taking as much risk on.
More margin. I mean, that ball was well inside the lines as well. She still went after it. One of the other seeds in this quarter of the draw was Marketa Vondrousova, French Open finalist last year. She was beaten by Svetlana Kuznetsova, who Giorgi beat in the last round. That was a slightly different type of match. Kuznetsova not quite playing at the level of Kerber here, not with the consistency. Giorgi's struggling with that a bit. A little surprising because that match against Kuznetsova, Giorgi won, pretty handily.
Yeah.
6-3, 6-1. He's clearly playing more solid tennis and able to construct her points a little bit better. Just hasn't been the case against Kerber today.
Let's first serve.
Oh, beautiful. A really important game here from Giorgi, and this is the best point of the match.
30.
Did well to defend and hang on, Giorgi. Good variation. But that's the backhand, the cross court, the best shot of the match from Camila Giorgi. disappointment here for Kerber. Didn't quite get up to that ball. Let it drop.
Giorgi.
This is an important game here for Giorgi. If she can at least get on the board, keep things even to start this second. Good defense there. Give herself a game point here.
Juice.
Kerber does such a good job of squeezing the court, getting to those extra balls, and it sticks in an opponent's mind. And Giorgi just overplaying that.
Advantage, Giorgi.
Second ace of the match. Well done from Camila Giorgi. She's on the board. First game. Second set.
Let's second set.
That's long.
15 love.
And some of the shots from Giorgi, she's pulling off of it too quickly. And some of that is rushing, trying to get it over there faster because Kerber's closing off that court. But she's got to address those shots just a little bit better to get the spin.
And she can afford to be more patient here, Giorgi,
30 love.
because Kerber will not hit winners. Not many. She's only hit 2 winners all match. She's hit 2 aces and 2 other winners. So she's got to be prepared to rally a little longer here, Giorgi, and wait for the right ball to attack on. She doesn't appear to have game plan B.
No, I don't think I've ever really seen a plan B in Giorgi's matches. She just keeps hitting until it starts falling, and she finds her rhythm if it happens. Hits right on the line.
40, 15.
But for the majority of this match so far, Giorgi hasn't had a real high shot tolerance, and that's a big problem against Kerber. Not going to hit a lot of those types of winners.
Let's first serve. Forty, 30.
help from the net,
Juice.
but a great point from Giorgi.
Well, sometimes when you put yourself in the right place, in the right position, you deserve a little luck. The ball just clipping the net, but Giorgi showing some soft hands considering how big she's been hitting the ball.
That's a typical Kerber point, grinding.
Kerber.
Really impressive playing from Kerber after losing a 40-love lead. Just buckles down, plays an even better point. Like Tatiana Gorbin's shades there.
Those glasses, you know, she's styling the Italian. No, gets it.
Game Kerber.
1-1.
1 game all.
You get the feeling Kerber's trying to keep this match pretty dull. Doesn't want to do too much. Doesn't want to get Giorgi too fired up, because if she can just sort of keep chipping away here, she knows she'll create chances and opportunity on the Giorgi serve.
Yeah, and I think, you know, for Kerber, she's putting forth, you know, real inner steel. Got that positivity, but not outwardly. She's trying to keep it just very calm out there.
15
187 km/h ace. That's huge.
I'm sure that she doesn't want to create any space for Giorgi to get, you know, too riled up and start playing, you know, even better tennis.
all.
That's a big miss. 10th double fault.
Now, do the double faults count as an unforced error? So,
yeah.
Okay, so I added to it, and I shouldn't have.
No, but I knew what you meant. Don't worry.
30-15. All.
28 unforced errors. 10 of those are double faults.
I feel like you said that for me.
I did. Just,
I got it.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, an unforced error is subjective. It depends who's doing the stats.
40-30.
Well, I'm sure Kerber thinks she should have challenged this second serve. No joy.
Giorgi leads by 2-1.
And Kerber just trying to hold her ground, staying tight to the baseline, not allowing Giorgi to step up and take control.
No.
Another fantastic serve. And you can see throughout this match, Kerber really focusing a little less on pace, more on placement, getting just the right angle out wide.
Oh, great defense from Kerber.
Cain.
Another love
2
service
games
game. So the 18th seed just chipping away nicely here. Big difference in the service speed, the forehand speed. Giorgi, as we know, really ripping it the fastest 150 km an hour. And Kerber just at 124. Gets it right out in front this time. A lot more margin, height over the net. Well, she'll be disappointed here. You can see the frustration. Kerber desperately wants Giorgi to have to play a couple of extra shots.
Well, as calm as Kerber has been throughout this match, I mean, she doesn't want this to get tricky, doesn't want it to get complicated. Trying to close it out as simply as possible.
Thirty 15.
Brilliant. Crowd really enjoying the brilliance of Giorgi when she executes.
Let's versa.
Wide.
Again.
So Giorgi making a fist of it in this second set. We're on serve 3-2. Giorgi leads.
3 games to 2.
Double fault count that's really hurting Giorgi. 11, 31 unforced errors. So really going off those stats, she should be pretty happy to be in the lead in this second set. There's the winner count, 17 versus 7 from Kerber.
Time.
Oh, beautiful court here. Margaret Court Arena, a bit over 5,000 seat capacity. Very pleasant arena to watch. It's Camila Giorgi in the lead, 3-2 second set. Angelique Kerber has taken the first 6 games to 2.
Love. Love.
Kerber has just continued to play high percentage tennis. Nothing spectacular, but because she's been so clean, so solid, it's makes it look like a much bigger game. Giorgi, she's gotten a little bit cleaner here in this second set, and she's adding just a little more pressure than what she was able to apply in the first.
Oh.
40-50.
Got this a little wrong.
Well, that's the riskiness of trying to change direction with a ball that's coming at you with pretty good depth and velocity. Giorgi getting that contact point completely wrong.
Another wild miss. That's missed by 5 meters.
3 games all.
So 3 games all.
Looking at the numbers for Giorgi, though, from the first set to the second, she's still on track in the second set to play a better set than in the first. Her numbers, unforced errors are a little bit less, fewer double faults.
I just love your positivity.
It's something you got to look on the bright side.
I love it. All right, 34 unforced errors.
But only 14 in this set so far.
So that's 3.5 games worth of unforced errors, and it's 3-all.
But as opposed to 5 when it was 5-2. So, and also she's coming in a few more times in this second set. That's helped. It cuts down on the risk, allows Giorgi to finish points a little sooner. I'm going to force you to be positive.
I am. I'm very positive, optimistic. I'm optimistic that she's still in the match with these numbers.
I'm explaining why.
And I am sure that Angelique Kerber would be feeling a little nervous and apprehensive out here, because she would be well aware of the unforced error count that Giorgi is making, and would be thinking, why haven't I wrapped this up?
Yeah.
Or why aren't I up a break in this second set?
And if they start to fall, those misses, it could be a lot different match.
Yeah, it turns around really quickly. Well, that's good.
Miss Kerber standing
191 kilometre
center service line.
ace.
The ball was called in.
Yeah, inside the line.
40 love. Miss Kerber has 2 challenges remaining.
So another comfortable service game this time from Giorgi.
Giorgi
Leads
by 4
4-3.
games to 3.
It's so important in these games where the set could be at hand to start well. First couple of points, try to play from ahead in the score. That reduces the tension as well.
First 2 points as a returner, I think, is key. Now at 15-all, Giorgi would very much feel like she's a good chance in this game.
Yeah, she's making it just a little tougher for Kerber to serve as relaxed, to play from a more comfortable position. That's a good serve. That's a smart veteran serve from Kerber.
That's it.
Kerber had an excellent drop shot, and Giorgi, difficult to know what to do with it once she got there, and she was much too close to the net, and Kerber took advantage of it. It's good hands, court sense.
That's too good.
14-13.
I think that's the return that Giorgi was looking for. Previous serve on this deuce side, but Kerber went out wide. That time, Giorgi ready for the backhand.
Another unforced on the forehand, so Kerber with another hold, 4-all.
And this is where you have to favor, Kerber. She just understands how to work her way through more of these matches and in big situations. Hold serve, and now she can kind of take a deep breath and look for some opportunities, try to create some opportunities on the Giorgi serve.
So new balls. Do you think Kerber's looking a little anxious, or?
I think this is just not a comfortable match to be in, and you want to get out of it with as little fuss as possible. That's a good word, little stress as possible. Type of match that you don't feel like you have as much control over, and for a good player, a top player, it's not that comfortable. Kerber, of course, can be a little more of a counterpuncher, but she can still dictate tempo and rhythm during the majority of her matches. She can't really do that here.
Right of screen with the taking a sip of water. That's Camila Giorgi's father and coach, long time coach. Sergio. It's just wide. So that's good stuff here from Camila Giorgi, just one game away. Had a look. Now all sorts of pressure here for Kerber.
That's just what Kerber needed.
15 on.
Outlasting Giorgi there. It's just that little lack of discipline from Giorgi in these moments. I mean, she had Kerber right where she would have wanted her at love 15, and just two quick misses early stages of these rallies.
Oh, great execution.
40-15.
Real gutsy shot from Kerber as well at this stage. And this ball had a little bit of side spin, and she just finds a way to get on the outside enough to have it land right on the line.
So 5 games all. Second set.
5 games all.
That's Angie Kerber's team.
They look pretty calm considering. Kerber's worked her way through a lot of these types of matches. This is where I think the pendulum starts to sway to Kerber's side, because she just understands how to play better under this type of pressure. Can't count Giorgi out, though.
Love 50.
Good adjustment from Giorgi. Missed that first forehand unnecessarily in that time. Gave herself a lot of court to hit into, a lot of space.
Set up from a great first serve.
30-15.
When she gets that first serve in, it's a real weapon. She's only lost 2 points on her first serve this entire set. It's tight now, 30 all.
30 all.
Good time to come up with a good first serve.
30.
Really put Kerber on the defense from early in that rally.
Really good effort here from the Italian, Camila Giorgi. 6-5, second set.
6 games to 5.
One of the longer rallies of the match. Fifteen shots.
Kerber is just playing a little bit smarter on her serve, and she has to, because Giorgi has raised her level. This is where Kerber is so good at getting even more solid. And just as I say that, Kerber throws in her second double fault.
Quick service game. 6 all. Tie break.
Tie break. Both players receive 1 additional challenge.
I've really been able to see in this second set what makes Giorgi so tough. Really has stepped her game up. It's just that little bit of inconsistency that, you know, I think Giorgi could have won this set by now. She's had some openings on the Kerber serve, but just points like that one, the wrong times.
Yeah, this forehand side from Giorgi just not quite solid enough to capitalize on these opportunities at the moment. Needs to be more patient, more shape. When she hits it with shape, it's been deadly.
Yeah, I mean, that's her big shot, the forehand, but it also will generate more unforced errors as well.
Let's verso.
Oh, shot of the match.
3-1 Kerber.
How did Kerber find this line, this little bit of space that she needed to hit into, and just pinpoint accuracy? Good job by Giorgi. Staying focused, coming right back. Kerber was a little defensive. Those balls going a little shorter in the court than what she's been giving Giorgi, and Giorgi stepped right in. Kerber has to know, missed an opportunity there.
Love the reactions.
Like deeper, deeper.
Yeah, come on. Trouble. Sergio will be liking what he's seeing from his daughter.
And that's a bit of the frustration for Kerber, because she had all the momentum after that great point, that passing shot. And then two big swings from Giorgi, and she's back even.
With the Italian, 3 consecutive points.
Giorgi.
Just lifted the head a fraction. 4-all.
4-all.
It's like it hurt Dad's head, that last point.
Oh, yep. Good job of getting to the pitch of the ball here and really trying to take it early.
So much good starts from that serve, and Giorgi went after it, got good extension, allowed her to go out into the court with it, and followed it up in the midcourt area perfectly.
So now, 2 set points for Camila Giorgi. Oh, it's the perfect way to start a set.
Love 15.
Well, that's been the biggest improvement in Giorgi's game, apart from fewer double faults. It's been that move into the net. Much more willing to close off the court. That takes additional time away from Kerber. Just looks like Kerber is having more and more trouble generating pace off of her side and depth. I mean, the end of that tiebreak, that's what let her down a bit. Just couldn't get the placement on her shots. And again, to start this third.
Yeah, much better point here. Just dropping the ball a little short at times, Kerber. If she's going to play defensively, you've got to play with good depth. And that's the shot, the forehand down the line when she's confident. Too good.
30 on.
Now, what a shot from Kerber, who just didn't give up in that point. The effort, the intensity.
Yeah, I felt like Giorgi was really getting on top here, and this is a great running forehand pass. Under a lot of pressure, 30 all.
40-30.
This is an important game for Kerber, especially after losing that second set. Just stop a little bit of that momentum going in Giorgi's favor.
Let's Verso.
Well done from
Cain, Kerber.
Angelique Kerber, that's a solid start.
Game,
1-love, she
final
leads.
set.
Third set.
Love 15.
Very resilient here, Angelique Kerber. She's refusing to miss.
Well, I also think it's a little more of an advantage for Kerber to have served first, to have held serve, and now she can maybe step up a little bit more, take a little more risk with a little more breathing room. And she was able to break Giorgi pretty handily in that first set.
Apart from the first service game of the match, Kerber has not lost serve or match. She's really been relatively comfortable on serve. That's surprised me. I thought Giorgi would have created more chances to break. Good response from Giorgi.
Well, if Giorgi loses serve here, she still has a lot of room. Set is far from over, but you just feel like give Kerber even more of an advantage after how hard fought that second set was.
So deep in the court here, Kerber. She's in the shadows to start returning. And then the ball just dropping too short, gifting Giorgi too much opportunity to push forward.
Yeah, and just the wrong shot from how deep in the court Kerber was. She hit that ball very hard, gave her no time to react to that volley. Nicely done by Giorgi, closing the way she did.
Again, I feel Chandler just really, on the second serve, create a bit of pressure, maybe move forward up to that baseline. No double faults in this set yet. 11 for the match from Giorgi. That's a good hole, but Kerber just tapping the legs, gesturing to her team as if maybe she's feeling a little flat, a little leg heavy.
Yeah, she's worked, I think, a bit harder than Giorgi has in this match, just staying within some of these rallies, getting behind her shots. It has felt in the last 10 minutes or so that Kerber's not getting the same consistent push with her legs. And that's not giving her the same depth that she was getting. That's a fortunate miss for Kerber.
Giorgi is challenging the call, right near sideline. Ball is called out.
Haven't had many challenges. Maybe a little bit of wishful thinking in this one.
Miss Giorgi has 2 challenges remaining. Let's first serve.
It's in.
Miss Kerber.
Well, there'll be a challenge.
Changing the call, right, far sideline. Ball was called in.
It looks like Giorgi painted 2 consecutive lines.
I think the first one was closer to being out.
I think so. I think they both probably caught.
It is definitely in.
Good eyes. You saw that.
Yeah, we're really close to the action here.
Miss Kerber has 2 challenges remaining.
That's what you call an eagle eye.
See what you did there.
Frustration. This is the first real signs of outward frustration from Kerber. Got a little lucky, maybe. Kerber did.
Yeah, she did a good job. Well, she did a good job, Kerber, handling the return from Giorgi, just reflexing that back, popped it up a little, it landed right on the line, allowed Kerber to reset slightly at that point.
Well, this one does look close. What do you think, Janda?
I think it's worth a challenge.
Yeah.
It was more out to me than in, but it may have caught.
Kerber just absorbing a bit of shade here on this challenge. Yeah, well out. Good challenge.
Advantage, Kevin.
Oh, such great defense from Kerber. Absorbing a lot of pressure at the moment. We're back to juice.
Giorgi, she just keeps coming. That is one of the strengths of her game. Sometimes a better shot for Kerber would be that dipping pass to put Giorgi in difficult position, but it's hard to hit that when Giorgi's hitting her approaches so hard.
Yeah, a lot of firepower. So break point number 3. That's too good. Excellent response from the former world #1.
This is big time hitting and shot making from Kerber. Coming up with the goods when she needs it most.
Now we've got a contest. 6 minutes into this game.
It's definitely heating up. Both players finding a little shade at the end of some of these rallies. This game has gotten very physical. Points getting a little bit longer.
Such a good hold from Kerber. Saved 3 break points. She leads 2-1, third set.
Games to 1. Love 50.
Gotta like the way Giorgi makes a miss, just shakes it off, gets right back to business. Fewer and fewer of those balls sailing wide as this match has gone on.
Overpowering her opponent. This beautiful ball striking from Giorgi. A little more patient now in this third set, waiting for the right ball to attack on. To be.
40-15.
So when we started this match, the temperature was about 23. Is that what we were
That's right, yep.
looking at? It's going up 26,
Yeah, it's
27
hot.
or so. It
Yeah.
probably feels hotter.
Yeah, direct sunlight on this court.
Another
40-30.
really solid point from Kerber. We're also coming up closer and closer to that 2-hour mark, and the points have gotten a little more physical with how big Giorgi hits the ball, how well Kerber's been defending. Both players have got to be feeling it a little bit. When you start to get just a little fatigue, it becomes more difficult to maintain the mental focus, maintain your level.
Just so tough here, Kerber, refusing to miss.
Giorgi getting a little extra time in the shade. Important point for her coming up to try to stay in this service game.
Just long. That's the first break. Goes the way of Angie Kerber, 3-1. Final set.
This is where a little additional fitness comes into play, and both players very fit, good shape, but it's just requiring a little bit more from both of them at this stage. Combination of the work they've already done, the heat, the tension, all of that starts to add up.
Ms. Kerber is changing the call right, far sideline. Ball was called out.
Get the feeling, Chandler, this is a big game here. Kerber, if she can get to 4-1, that lead, I know it's just one break, but it'll feel big.
Yeah, if Kerber can get just that little additional push when it's there, when the opportunity is at hand. That helps. Easy point, quick point on serve. Stretch that lead.
Just the perfect game so far for Kerber at this stage of the match. Just too many unforced errors. And Angie Kerber leads 4-1. Third set.
This is where Giorgi has to remember it's just one break. So crucial for her to reset, hold on to her serve here. A good start like that. Giorgi, she saw Kerber going, knew she was running there, and still maintained her focus enough. Hit this ball nearly perfect.
Sixth ace. Good time for Camila Giorgi.
Let's go, Giorgi, let's go!
for Camila Giorgi here. Not done yet. 4-2.
4 games to 2.
Both players have done a good job of competing well. When one pushes, the other pushes back, and Giorgi holding her ground here on serve.
Yeah, just the one break of serve all match here for Kerber. She's held a nerve really, really well on serve.
Love. Oh! 15.
75% of first serves in here, Kerber, in this third set. So serving so well. Oh, just opened up the court beautifully here, Giorgi.
13.
So you're just going to keep jinxing Kerber, huh? That's where we're going. It's funny to think we have that kind of power, but
not at all.
This is the worst start that Kerber has gotten on her serve in a bit.
Well, 2 more break points for Camila Giorgi. There for Camila Giorgi. We're back on serve in this third set. Kerber leads 4-3 final set.
Love 50.
A little bit of luck. She certainly was in control at that point, Giorgi.
Well, that's the 24th time that Giorgi has come in, moved forward into the net, and she's winning. Big percentage of those points. 71% of points at the net.
So tough here. Great response from Kerber. Very good at changing direction, redirecting it down the line. And you can see distance run in that point over 10 meters further by the redirect from Kerber.
Time violation warning, Miss Giorgi.
Our first time violation in this match. 25 seconds you have to get up to the line and serve.
Yeah, she needed a couple extra breaths after that rally.
Yeah. Oh. So now Kerber
15-14.
You can't underestimate that long previous point, how much that took out of Giorgi, and it got Kerber another point as a result. That mishit, because Giorgi maybe still just a little fatigued.
2 break points.
So much of this game is about recovery, adjustments, and Giorgi trying desperately here. Saves 1 break point, still facing 1 more.
That's just out.
Cain. Kerber.
Angelique Kerber. The crucial break and will serve
Kerber needs
for a
by
place
5
here in the
games
4th
to
round.
3.
That's just good stuff from Giorgi.
How good was the defense, though, from Kerber? Forcing Giorgi just to have to come up with a shot like this to even win the point.
Yeah, Giorgi almost had to win that point a couple of times.
Let's hustle.
That's a bit of the advantage, that lefty serve from Kerber into the right-hander's backhand, and she hits her target spot on.
So 2 match points now for Angelique Kerber. From Angelique Kerber. That was a hard-fought victory against a red-hot opponent, Camila Giorgi. In the end, it's the former champ who prevails. 6-2, 6-7, 6-3.